To see those fish go back into those waters after so long and what it means to so many people, it really shows what type of magnitude these species have on these communities and the people of the region, the tribe especially. It really is something special. My name is Thomas Biladeau. I work for the Coeur d'Alene tribe as the Anadromous Division Lead. The main thing I do for my position is to coordinate the reintroduction of salmon back into the homelands of the Coeur d'Alene people. At the turn of the century, when the population and European colonizers were settling in the area, a number of dams were built on the Spokane River, and that was to facilitate energy generation, flood control, and water availability. As a whole, the dams have resulted in a less resilient population of salmon overall in the Columbia River Basin. Over half of the available habitat to salmon has been blocked due to the construction of these hydro projects. There are a number of things that were lost to the Coeur d'Alene people due to the loss of salmon. I think of it as a loss of not just someone's food source, but someone's church. The loss of the ability for people to have family reunions and for friends to see one another once again. A piece which I'm involved in mostly is investigating the feasibility of salmon reintroduction back into these habitats. Estimating productivity, identifying ways for hatcheries to be integrated back into salmon production. So far, we've released over 500,000 salmon into the blocked areas as part of our research and monitoring program. One of the biggest successes we saw, and one that really was inspirational, was the return of the first salmon back to Hangman Creek in 115 years. It was a fish that we had released as a juvenile in 2020, and just a couple years later came back from the ocean and to the waters that she started from. This year alone, we've seen over 120 adults come back that were from our releases previous years. I would call it the largest salmon reintroduction project in the world. We're dealing with just a vast area, and so much data that has to be gathered and compiled and summarized is a challenge. With that comes a lot of coordination, working with not just the federal action agencies, the state of Washington, private utilities, and working amongst all the tribes that are involved. On a technical level, figuring out how do we get salmon across dams like Grand Coulee, which is a mile across. It's important for us to consider all options for fish passage across these hydroelectric facilities. That includes novel technologies that have not been tested or used traditionally for fish passage in the blocked area. It's really important to get good baseline data first, which is where we are at in this project right now. Releasing fish into the system, tracking their survival, tracking their behavior. And then as we start to make changes like installing fish passage at a certain hydro project, how does that data change? There's some risk to reintroducing a species back into habitats that have changed so much. It's a challenge to effectively find a way to reintroduce salmon back into these habitats without impacting the benefits that the hydropower systems provide to all of us. It's really monitoring and mitigating for any risks and working with all our partners to ensure that we're minimizing those risks. Salmon are a part of this ecosystem. Salmon are a part of this community and always have been and always should be. It's the right thing to do. It's the right thing to do for the species. It's the right thing to do for the people. It's the right thing to do for the ecosystem.